So, okay, good morning. In the last lecture on transport of plant, we discussed about structure of stomata. Okay, and now opening and closing of stomata. How exactly opening and closing of stomata takes place? One more lecture on transport on plants. Okay. Stomata, last lecture, if you not visualized last period, last lecture, please go through the same and then be ready to see the same today's video. Okay, जर तुम्ही मागचा व्हिडिओ पाहिला नसेल तर पाहून घ्या and then be ready. Okay. So, stomata are the epidermal outgrowths. Stomata are the epidermal outgrowths. Stomata are present on the epidermis, generally lower epidermis. When stomata are present on the lower epidermis, the leaf is called as a hypostomatic leaf. In the previous lecture, we also discussed about transpiration or mechanism of transpiration. Transpiration is a process by which excess water from the leaf is lost in the atmosphere in the form of gaseous state. In some plant, the loss of water takes place in the form of fine drops of water. The process is called as last lecture la bollo apan guttation. What is the difference between transpiration and guttation? In transpiration, vaporized loss takes place. Water is lost in the form of vapor state, while in guttation, the water is lost in the form of fine drops of the water. To develop guttation, absorption should be more and transpiration should be less. Stomata are the structures responsible for transpiration, while hydathodes are responsible for guttation. Stomata control transpiration, hydathodes controls guttation. Okay, fine. Hydathodes are also called as chalk glands, last lecture, or they are also called as water stomata. Now friends, how exactly the opening and closing of stomata takes place? Now it is very clear to you people that stomata structure we discussed in the last lecture. Stomata are the important epidermal appendages located on the epidermis. Stomata are characterized by the presence of guard cells and subsidiary cells. Guard cells are two in number. The function of guard cell is to form the stoma and to protect the stoma. Guard cells are kidney shaped cells. Guard cells are the kidney shaped cells. The function of a guard cell is to form an opening called as a stoma. Okay, right, fine. Now, how exactly the opening and the closing of stomata takes place? What are the physiological processes involved in the opening and the closing of stomata? Right? Stomata generally opens during daytime and get closed at night. Stomata remains open during day, get closed at night. Stomata shows presence of guard cells and many accessory cells. Accessory cells are known for deposition of some ions. Accessory cells are known for the deposition of some ions. Okay, so stomata opens during daytime. In normal case condition, stomata opens during day, get closed at night. Most of the plants shows presence of day open and night closed stomata. Okay, so what are the factors, conditions responsible for opening and closing of stomata? Once you clear the concept of opening of stomata, then just you have to make the activities, physiological processes opposite to cause the closure of stomata. Once you clear opening, then just reverse all the mechanism to responsible for getting closure of the stomata. Okay, fine. Now next, what conditions are required for opening? What events takes place during opening of stomata? Fine. Okay, here we will write some events, that is entry of ABA, exit of H plus ions, etc. That's why sufficient space is kept in the guard cells. Okay, fine, right. So stomata opens during day. How opening? First we will discuss events during opening of stomata. Okay, events during opening of stomata. Number 1, stomata opens during daytime. Events during opening of stomata. Stomata opens during day. Day open. Okay. So in the last lecture we discussed that in the stomata sufficient chloroplasts are present. Why for chloroplasts are present? In that previous period I told you that the chloroplasts are required for starch sugar synthesis, or directly or indirectly chloroplasts play an important role in the opening of stomata. So stomata remain open during daytime. Okay, during daytime when sunlight is available, the chloroplast present in the guard cell, the chloroplast present in the guard cells performs photosynthesis. Chloroplast present in the guard cells performs photosynthesis, and the light activates guard cells chloroplast. Light activates guard cell chloroplast, and so guard cells your chloroplast performs photosynthesis according to Scarth, S-C-A-R-T-H, scientist Scarth. In 1932, photosynthesis or starch sugar conversion is responsible for the opening of stomata. Scarth firstly suggested that stomata opens during daytime. This is due to when light falls on the guard cells, immediately the chloroplast of the guard cells activates. Chloroplast of the guard cell activates, and the CO2 starts entering inside the cell. CO2 enters inside the cell. CO2 enters in the stomata, and the same CO2 is used for photosynthesis activity. CO2 is used for photosynthesis, means the concentration of CO2 in the guard cell during daytime decreases. No doubt much more CO2 enters. During daytime much more CO2 enters, but whole CO2 is used by the guard cell. For what? For bringing photosynthesis. Much more CO2 starts entering. The entire CO2 is used for photosynthetic activity. Okay. When CO2 is used for photosynthesis, the conditions in the guard cell become basic. The conditions in the guard cell become alkaline. Okay. Why the conditions are alkaline or basic? This is because more CO2 enters and more CO2 is used. There is no chance for deposition of CO2 in the guard cell. That's why the conditions in the guard cell remain basic, alkaline. In alkaline condition, CO2 is used for photosynthetic activity by guard cell. When much more CO2 is used, the CO2 perform photosynthetic activity. As a result, the storage polysaccharide is formed. And you people know that starch is the storage polysaccharide. Starch is the storage polysaccharide. Starch is formed as a result of photosynthetic activity. Whatever the starch is synthesized in the guard cell this starch is converted into sugar. During daytime, the conversion of starch into sugar takes place. So starch is converted into osmotically active sugar, and starch sugar conversion is responsible for the opening of stomata. So friends, डेला स्टोमाटा ओपन होईल. ओपन होण्यासाठी व्हेन लाईट एकदा स्टोमाटावर पडेल, लाईट पडली की लगेच CO2 एंटर व्हायला लागेल. CO2 एंटर होईल, क्लोरोप्लास्ट गार्ड सेलमधला CO2 यूज करतील फोटोसिंथेसिससाठी. देन जसा जसा CO2 यूज केला जाईल तसं तसं कंडिशन अल्कालाईन होतील. कुठं अल्कालाईन कंडिशन असतील? गार्ड सेलमध्ये. अँड दिस अल्कालाईन कंडिशन फेवर्स द कन्वर्जन ऑफ स्टार्च इनटू osmotically active sugar, and this alkaline condition converts, चेंज करता स्टार्चचं शुगरमध्ये, अँड शुगरला जागा जास्त लागते. थोडक्यामध्ये काय, शुगरला साठवून ठेवायला जागा जास्त लागते. दॅट्स वाय शुगर रिक्वायर कंपॅरेटिव्हली मोर स्पेस. दॅट्स वाय it is very simple that one allow the entry of air inside the balloon. As the air enters inside the balloon and the balloon becomes more and more swollen or turgid, in similar fashion as during daytime more and more sugar starts accumulating in the guard cells starts becoming more and more turgid. So starch is converted into sugar. As a result, the guard cell become turgid. Guard cell become turgid because more and more sugar starts accumulating in the guard cell. It increases the turgidity of guard cell. When guard cells become fully turgid or swollen, it widens the stoma. It automatically widens the stoma. When guard cell starts increasing its shape and size, automatically it widens the stoma and stomata opens. There are different physiological processes responsible for the opening of stomata. Friends, one more time, please focus fully. Okay, right? We are discussing about transport in plant. They may ask you one question, right? So one more time, please focus here. Opening and closing of stomata. How exactly stomata opens? Stomata opens during daytime. Light is available. According to Scarth, starch sugar conversion is responsible for opening of stomata. When starch is converted into sugar, automatically stomata opens. Fine. So CO2 enters in the leaves. The same CO2 is used by guard cell chloroplast for photosynthetic activity. When more and more CO2 enters, more and more CO2 is used, the conditions of the guard cell become certainly alkaline because CO2 will not going to saturate in the guard cell. The conditions will become alkaline. In alkaline condition, starch is converted into sugar. In alkaline condition, starch is converted into sugar, and when starch is converted into sugar in basic condition, certainly stomata opens. So for causing opening of stomata, starch should be converted into sugar. Okay, that's why photosynthetic activity is required for opening and closing of stomata. Okay, fine, right? So then one more, according to scientist Leavitt, one more scientist also put forth his ideas on opening and closing of stomata. He also experimented on the same, that how exactly stomata opens and get closed. Leavitt, beautiful mechanism. Leavitt in 1974, Leavitt in 1974 firstly suggested that ions play significant role in the opening and closing of stomata. Leavitt suggested that ions are crucial. Ions are crucial. Ions are highly significant for the opening and closing of stomata. Ions are highly significant for opening and closing of stomata. Okay, fine. Friends, now these are accessory cells. Accessory cells are also called as subsidiary cells. They are the close interacting cells with guard cells. One more time, accessory cells are the close interacting cells with guard cells. They interact with guard cells. Okay, fine. Accessory cells are known for the storage of K plus ions. Accessory cells are known for the deposition of K plus ions. Okay, what happens to these K plus ions during daytime? Friends, during daytime, the movement, according to Leavitt, ions play significant role in the opening of stomata. During daytime, K plus moves from accessory cells or subsidiary cells to the guard cells. According to Leavitt, K plus moves from subsidiary cells to guard cells. लेविट म्हणतो डेला के प्लस आयॉन्स जे ॲसेसरीमध्ये स्टोअर केलेले असतात ते दिवसा कुठं जाता सबसिडरीपासून गार्डकडं. ओके, वेन के प्लस मूव्स फ्रॉम सबसिडरी टू गार्ड it will result in causing endosmosis. It will result in causing endosmosis. ज्या वेळेस के प्लस आयॉन्स हे सबसिडरी पासून गार्डमध्ये डेला मूव्ह होतील त्यावेळेस ऑटोमॅटिकली एंडॉस्मॉसिस विल टेक्स प्लेस and all the materials present in the subsidiary cells starts entering inside the guard cell. One more time please. According to Leavitt, K plus ions during daytime starts entering from the subsidiary or accessory cells in the guard cells. Once K plus ions enters inside the guard cell, it results in endosmosis. Therefore, the movement of all materials from subsidiary to guard cells takes place. As a result, in guard, osmotic potential increases. As a result, in guard cell, osmotic potential increases and guard cell become fully swollen. Okay, the water will enter inside the guard from subsidiary till the guard cell become fully turgid. When the guard cell become fully turgid, automatically it widens the stoma and the stomata opens fully. Okay, so one important first mechanism, conversion of starch into sugar, helps in the opening of stomata. Second important mechanism, ion influx entry movement, influx of one more time, influx of K plus from accessory to guard helps in the opening of stomata as because it causes endosmosis. Okay, fine. Then once K plus enters in the guard cell, the concentration of K plus in the guard cell is maintained by absorption of negatively charged malate ions. The concentration is kept, K plus is maintained because absorption of negatively charged malate and chlorine Cl minus. K plus are stabilized in a guard cell due to absorption of negatively charged Cl minus and malate ion. So डेला K plus move will accessory to guard. When K plus moves from accessory to guard, it will cause endosmosis. As a result, all the materials from accessory will automatically enter in the guard cell, which will result in increasing the turgidity of the guard cell and guard cell become fully swollen. When guard cell become fully swollen, certainly the stoma widens. Fine, right. Friends, the K plus is stabilized by absorption of negatively charged malate and Cl minus. Okay, fine. Then at night, in the guard cell, acidic conditions are present. Important. During night, in the guard cells, acidic conditions are present, or H plus is more. Therefore, H plus ions during day opening, H plus ions during day starts moving from guard to the subsidiary. H plus starts moving from guard to the subsidiary. Okay, so H plus ions moves from guard cell to subsidiary. K plus move from subsidiary to guard. H plus moves from guard cells to subsidiary. Okay, fine. When H plus moves from guard cell to subsidiary cells, it favors alkaline condition. It favors alkaline condition during daytime because H plus is responsible for regulation of pH. When H plus moves during daytime from guard to subsidiary, it will provide the entry of K plus and influx of K plus, and friends, efflux of H plus. During day what happens? Influx of K plus, efflux of H plus from guard to the subsidiary cells. Okay, fine. All right. When H plus moves from guard to subsidiary, automatically one important hormone is also responsible for the opening and closing of stomata called as ABA. ABA is called as abscisic acid. ABA is called as abscisic acid. Abscisic acid is the important hormone or growth regulator. Okay, ABA is important hormone or growth regulator. ABA also controls opening and closing of stomata. During daytime, when H plus moves from guard to the subsidiary, H plus moves from guard to subsidiary at the same time. Okay, K plus enters, H plus leaves guard cell. When H plus leaves guard cell, automatically ABA also enters from guard to the subsidiary, and ABA, abscisic acid, is responsible for the regulation of opening and closing of stomata. Okay, right. When ABA is in higher concentration, it will cause closure of stomata. More will be the ABA, more will be the, or earlier will be the closure of stomata. So that's why when H plus ions moves from guard cells to the subsidiary cells, at the same time H plus is responsible for maintenance of acidic environment. When H plus leaves from guard cells to subsidiary cells, automatically ABA also moves from guard cell to the subsidiary cells. The exit of H plus ions also cause the exit of ABA, and when ABA moves from guard to the subsidiary, automatically the stomata will remain open. Okay, because ABA is less, opening of stomata, more ABA, closure of stomata. Okay, we will summarize simply how stomata opens. Okay, simple summary: events during opening of stomata. How exactly stomata opens? For opening, starch is converted into sugar. Opening, starch is converted into sugar. Second, influx of K plus from subsidiary to guard opens stomata, means efflux of H plus from guard to subsidiary. Okay, efflux of ABA from guard to subsidiary. For opening, alkaline conditions are required. Alkaline conditions are required. Alkaline conditions are maintained because CO2 enters and immediately used in photosynthesis. Okay, so immediately used in photosynthesis. These conditions are responsible for the opening. Friends, for opening of stomata, number one simple thing, starch should be converted into sugar, but this pH should be, yes, alkaline pH is required. Second, influx of K plus from subsidiary to guard. K plus movement also responsible for opening and closing of stomata. In one more chapter, that is mineral nutrition, the role of K plus, you will going to study the role of K plus, that is opening and closing of stomata. Okay, so for opening, K plus should move from subsidiary to guard. Efflux of H plus from guard to subsidiary. Efflux of ABA from guard to subsidiary. Alkaline conditions are required for opening of stomata, and more CO2 enters and immediately used in photosynthesis, or starch sugar conversion results in the opening of stomata. Okay, fine. Now, how stomata get closed? Just we have to make the things to be opposite. आपण स्टोमाटा ओपन दाखवला, now closed stomata. Okay, how stomata get closed? For causing closure of the stomata, exactly opposite or reverse things takes place. To cause closure of stomata, exactly opposite things takes place. How stomata get closed? Okay, number one, so single guard cell connected with many interacting, that is subsidiary cells. Starch is converted into sugar, opposite kara, sugar is converted into starch. Sugar is converted into starch. Here alkaline, here acidic. Sugar is converted into starch in the acidic environmental condition. When sugar is converted into starch, it will automatically cause closure of stomata. Okay, right. Second, influx of K plus, efflux of K plus from subsidiary to guard, guard to subsidiary. Efflux of H plus from guard to subsidiary, efflux of H plus from opposite, from subsidiary to guard. Efflux of H plus from subsidiary to guard means acidic conditions. Efflux of ABA from subsidiary to guard. Efflux of ABA from subsidiary to guard means कोणत्या condition? Acidic conditions are required for the opening of closure of stomata. CO2 enters and immediately used. CO2 concentration increases, which further increases, acidic environment in guard cell, which also increases acidic environment in guard cell and automatically cause closure of stomata. Okay, fine. Alright. So to close, sugar is converted into starch. Efflux of K plus from guard to subsidiary, उल्टा हुई लाता. Efflux of H plus from subsidiary to guard, again H plus acidic condition. Efflux of ABA from subsidiary to guard, ABA will also enter from accessory into guard cell, acidic conditions are required and CO2 concentration increases, which increases acidic environment favorable for causing closure of stomata. One question, what will happen when the concentration of CO2 will increase around the leaves, What will happen when the concentration of CO2 will increase around the leaves? Friends, when CO2 will increase around the leaves, answer eventually, certainly, eventually it will cause closure of stomata. Eventually it will cause closure of stomata. When the concentration of CO2 will increase around the leaves, eventually it will cause closure of stomata. So stomata remains open during daytime and get closed at night. Day open and night ला स्टोमाटा कसा असेल फ्रेंड्स, क्लोज झालेला असेल. ओके, and these physiological activities are required for causing opening and closing of stomata.